It has been a hot minute since we've done one of these. Almost been a year. I'm not apologizing for that dad joke. But today we are here to do the St. Jude's giveaway. Manny, to answer your question, it was supposed to be done last year, but through a series of unfortunate events, my laptop shit the bed. Which, again, is not uncommon for me in technology, but it took me a while, got a new laptop, got a new streaming spot, and here we are. I got a bunch of nifty prizes to give away, including these by our lovely guy, Chris Meddings. One being perfect pits for those of you who want to improve your cockpits. More scratch building masterclass. Except this one won't scam you out of money. And then modeling armor. Unfortunately, I do believe Chris recalled that he did have to shut down the publishing company that he started. Just because I know that was because of the whole crap with European taxes and stuff, importation taxes. But for some more, because we have 10 people who are eligible. We have two lovely little HGs. To win. So yeah, I'm hoping it's gonna be a good one. And that this can put me back into normal streaming, because I would like to get back into it. Working security does not give you the best of streaming availability. Nor does it give you the best of modeling times. My days off are very sporadic. I think I have today off and then Saturday. Then I don't think I have another day off until next Friday. But yeah, we're gonna give it a bit, and then we are going to hop into doing the giveaway. But yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. Gonna be chilling. Going to be building the Grimoire Red Beret. If you could believe it, I have a whole box of Gunpla sitting in a closet unpainted. It's weird, right? But yeah, that's what we're gonna be working on. I have an idea for him. I'm thinking he's gonna end up a goopy build. Just cause he has a good shape to be gooped. And yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing tonight. How's everyone this wonderful evening? I hope your Tuesday's going well. How do I feel about I like the Anon Confessions. I know some people aren't hip on it. I've received a little bit of backlash from it. To me, I feel like sometimes it gets very polarized in the hobby, where one thing about one person, or you can't bring up an issue, then because of like complaining, witch hunts, wokeness. So I think that's often the way of bringing up issues who are too nervous or just worried in general of putting it out there publicly. It's a great idea to builders who been honestly, yeah. It's been pretty solid. I've gotten over 120 so far. We're only on 40. But yeah, I've gotten over 120. I do minorly filter them out. Just because some of them are either A, really way too weird. Like neckbeard weird. Or they name drop very specific people. Like, I'm okay with doing like a blank umbrella. Like today, I know some people wasn't fond of the influencer one, but honestly, it's very tame in comparison to some of what I've gotten. So I just kind of filter. Because then we have like the guy who's hunting for DILFs at IPMS Richmond. If you ever watch that, Anon, who sent that in about hunting for DILFs, please send in an update because there's a lot of us that want to know about it. More specifically me. I hope you got something. It's a great idea for builders who want exactly, especially because I know some of the stuff about IPMS that has been rolling out this week. Gotten a lot of complaints about that. But it's fair. Some of it's valid. But I do think it helps to advert mental distress, like you said, Manny. And yes, DILF hunters. I also have a limit on how not safe for work I will get on these confessions. Because some of them involve scantily clad anime models. And what is involved with those that I'm going to be put on an FBI watch list if I put it on the Anon confession. Or some of them get real weird, like Reddit. And I'm like... And then some of them get very sad. I know I posted this in the story a couple of days ago, or a week ago. Time flies. About the Anon who had an unfortunate situation with the shopkeeper, a hobby shopkeeper, as a child. That I don't want to post entirely because I don't want to re-traumatize re-traumatize, I think is the word I want to use, individuals who have dealt with that before. So I'll make a small, commentary on it, because I don't want to just gloss over it. I do want to be vocal about it, because that is a terrible thing to have dealt. But it's sort of that sensitive topic that I'm trying to create a filter for. Cause that one hit me out of the blue. I was at work when I got that one, and I just read it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. But unfortunately, it's a very common thing that happens to a lot of people. Yeah, I don't want to be the gateway for resurfacing trauma. I try to avoid that, but I think the confessions do open up healthy conversation. Do some people get really offended about some of these confessions? Yes. Do some people like these confessions? No. But I think it's needed. Especially because I think in the hobby now where we can't bring up issues we can't talk about issues without it being turned into drama or people bitching and moaning. When some of it honestly should be discussed just to maintain a healthy hobby. That's just my opinion. But it's been a blast so far. I really love doing it because I wake up every day and I get new ones in. If anybody is interested watching this or post-fact, you can find the confession form on both the website, creepingfreely.com, and Creeping Freely for you too on Instagram. Under my storage, you'll see like the guy who played Obi-Wan holding the umbrella. Not Obi-Wan Caesar. Liam Neeson. I'm blanket today. Yes, Manny, you're the only one on. MVP. But I haven't streamed in a while, so it's expected. So yeah, you can go there or the website. The forum is completely anonymous because I know people had questions about that. The only thing I get is what's written in the confession and the time it gets submitted. I don't have emails, I don't have names, and I'd honestly prefer it that way. Because it creates less bias for me going into the confessions on who submitted what. And you know, just that nature. So I think that's just a good method of doing it. I do plan on keeping it up and going for as long as I can, as long as these confessions keep on rolling in. It's just been trying to like branch it out to the rest of the hobby and say, hey, if you need a vent, if you need to tell somebody something, you can do it right here. Even if you want it vented and you don't want it published, you can just be like, hey, don't publish this, I just need to vent. And I'm here for it. I get it. I vent all the time. But it happens. So it does indeed tend to be like that some days. Alright. Let's see. We are going to start on this little red baron guy. We are going to start with the body. I haven't been painting a lot lately, besides for like Warhammer and stuff, because we're trying to figure out a way of setting up the airbrush here that won't disturb the downstairs neighbors, and that won't get any paint anywhere. Just because, again, you know me, paint unfortunately ends up in places paint shouldn't end up. So it's just coming up for things like that. But Manny, how you doing? How is life? Alright. Let's see, we need A21? A22. Is this some Build Fighters? Might be. Build Divers. That's why it looks off. Another cool thing that I've been doing on top of the hobby conventions and stuff is the Magic the Gathering Gundam crossover, because I've been seeing that's weird. The Universes Beyond for Magic the Gathering, I think, is a really cool concept that I would love to see extended into certain fandoms. Like, I'd love to see them do a Hellboy one. I'd love a Hellboy Commander deck. I'd love to see Chronicles of Narnia, to be honest, for a Magic set. If Lord of the Rings did really well, I think Chronicles of Narnia would be cool. I recently got the Warhammer Tyranids in, and it's pretty snazzy. Because that's a big commander deck that focuses on Tyranids, counters, and very, very big monsters. Tyranids. But yeah, I think like the Magic and then crossing over with Gundam is really nifty. I know some people are like, well, it's possible that Bandai might do a Magic the Gathering crossover. I hope so, because I know they have one with like Assassin's Creed coming up. But I'm hoping we see more anime Gundam. Granted, one thing I dislike about the Universes Beyond is the cost. There's no reason. Granted, there's no reason for Hasbro to be charging what Hasbro does, along with the AI controversy and the mass layoffs to keep the company healthy. But your CEO can get a pay raise. That's just my opinion on the matter. It's trash. Okay, I am back. Howdy back, Manny. How goes it? Let's see. A22. I think the next step in streaming is getting an overhead camera. One that I can have focused on my hands, and then I can have one on me. That way everybody can see what I'm doing when I decide to actually paint something. But we'll give it about maybe 20 more minutes, and then we'll do the giveaways. I'm actually really happy. We got about $195 raised for St. Jude's this year. Not quite the goal of what I wanted, but in this economy, I'll take it. Things are rough. I can't knock people for not wanting to donate. We did have a lot of cool people do builds though. I know Salty did. The one of the admins from Icha Gundam Facebook group did, as well as the admins from the same group collectively donated, which is really cool. So one thing I realized, Manny, during the whole last year is that my posts, like I don't know what goes on with the algorithm anymore, but a majority of people who followed me weren't seeing my posts at all. And it's just like, I can barely see people's posts that I follow now. Because I get recommended so many other things mixed with ads and like videos that it's hard to see people who I actually want to see get posted. Because then I'll end up seeing people who posted like 2 or 3 months ago. And I'm like, that does me no good now. I don't know when I'll kick off this year's. I don't know if maybe I'll wait more towards summer. But I do have to work on it being a little more organized than last year, as planning is not my strong suit. Alright, so this goes in here. And then we have a little upper torso. He's a little dude. Alright, now he needs the ball. Yeah, I think I might just scoop this guy up. He's very round. Maybe I'll carve out the stomach and have a snail coming out of him. That'd be cool. Trying not to drop pieces. You working on anything, Manny, or are you just hanging? Oh, yard work? How's work going? Hopefully it's not too crazy of a Tuesday. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Now we have a little stomach. It is cold. I think it's gonna snow. Yeah, it seems to be the mood this week. This area didn't get hit too hard, but up north got hit for 8 inches. I was pretty surprised that I had to work. But yeah, we've just been getting hit with snow the past few days. I wish it was a little warmer. But again, we have one more month of snow to get through. And then it's spring. I'm not a winter fan. I don't want this shit. Too damn cold. I always hate it because they don't really shelter sand very well around here. So I'll step outside and I'll start slipping and I'm like, I'm too old for this shit, I'll break my back. Break a hip. I can't do that. Because I remember stepping out of work and the parking lot was nothing but a thin layer of ice. And I didn't wear my boots. So I had my very worn out bottom Adidas shoes. And I just kind of slid along trying to get to the car. It's not good. Hopefully it doesn't snow though. Alright, now we need the head. I have been saving all my little sprues. That way I can melt them down to sprue goo. Just cause I've been playing a lot of D&D with my partner and stuff. So we've been making terrain. I got a foam cutter a few months back. And we've been kind of cutting out tiles and stuff. So I'm hoping, because I saw a video on how to make sprue glue and how to use it for tabletop gaming. I think would be nice. So anytime I snap up a kit, it's slowly breaking down it into little tiny nubs. Also for the fact that you can't really recycle sprues too well, just because of the type of plastic. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. I need E2. Okay, I got F1, A2, B1, E1, F2, where is E2? Tell me I don't have E2. There we are. It was hiding at the bottom of the box. It looks like it's gonna have me snap up a couple more heads to keep in the backpack. Which is kind of cool. I think I might use the heads for another diorama. Give it about 2 more minutes and then we will start the giveaways. Okay, let's see. We have our little head. Kind of small. It's a little dude. Actually, that'd be kind of cool if you just kind of shaped it a little and had it be like an R2D2 core kind of thing. Sort of thing. Let's move this out the way. And we will get to our first winner. Wait for me to share the screen. Alright, we are going to share. No, I can't do that. Can I? Alright, so the first one we shall be giving away is the perfect pits for cockpits. For your pleasure. This book is brought to you by Tom Ans. I am butchering these names, by the way. I apologize ahead of time. Chris Meddings, Bill Pattison, and Jaron Veen. I know the last name I got wrong. I'm probably gonna go with a redhead. I don't think it really matters too much in the shape wise. Just because they're getting gooped on. All of it goo. Nothing but goo. So let's see. We have a list of appears to be 10 individuals. Chris is not included in the book giveaways because I don't think Chris wants to win his own books back. But we shall spin. I wish I had a second monitor. We shall spin again because it landed on Chris. Alright, it will be going to an Alex who donated. Congrats, Alex. If you see this, you won it. We appreciate the donation and the support in the contest. Well, not contest, donation. No, not even competition. Just a friendly community event, really. I will be reaching out to all the winners tonight, and shipping will go out as soon as possible. Weather's a little flaky right now, so I'm gonna try and ship around good weather times, because I know we're expecting more snow in the next week. Congrats, Alex. Let me just write it down real quick. Alex won the pits. Alright. The next one up is modeling armor. To read off the back, AFB Club released her first kit in 1989. Over the last 33 years, they have given us hundreds of highly detailed kits across a huge range of subjects. From World War II to present, in this book, 7 modelers from the USA to Taiwan show us how they get the best from AFB Club kits and how you can too. It's a hardy book. Not entirely how many pages there are. I haven't opened it. This is the career package that Chris sent him in, just to minimize any potential damage when I was moving earlier in the month. Let's see who wins this one. Let's give it a grand old spin. Manny, let's see. Again, landed on Chris. Chris, you're not getting your own book back. Alright, so this one goes to Dawn. Dawn is a wonderful individual who runs a cool podcast called Anime Nostalgia. And you can find her on Twitter and Blue Sky if you've been using Blue Sky as Bubblegum Crisis, if I remember her username correctly. Which I think I am, but you can find her there. The podcast is really nifty. She does a lot of cool articles. Very much hip in the anime if you enjoy anime. So, Dawn, congratulations on the armor. Let's see. Next one. More scratch building. Masterclass. In this follow-up to 2016's highly popular scratch building masterclass, 4 expert scratch builders show you how they tackle everything from micro detailing on 172 armor to significant 135th AFB conversions. Done by Inside the Armor Publications. does not give you offer details. But it is snazzy. Look at the detail. I wouldn't be able to get this detail. So that goes to... Let's spin the wheel. That goes to Salty. Salty is a wonderful dude who runs the Cerulean Project for those who are interested. I highly recommend it. You get a bunch of quality artists in one book. Book goes to the Trevor Project, which helps to fundraise it's a non-profit fundraiser for LGBTQIA individuals, teens, and adults who need support. It's snazzy. They also help to fight against anti-LGBTQIA laws, like Florida. And whatever is getting thrown in the wind this week. The world's a weird, hateful place this month. But Salty, you want a book? Congrats, my dude. Alright. Now we're getting into the Gundam Ariel. It's a very snazzy kit. I built this one myself, coincidentally, for the Cerulean Project. Snaps up okay. Quite a bit of detail. Has a thin waist. Thick thighs. What more could you want? So let's see who this goes to. Alright. We shall spin the wheel. I don't know how to pronounce this username. A73 Hoof. Is the H silent? Is it with the T silent? A73AQTH. Congrats! You got yourself an Ariel. Howdy, Sean. Thanks for joining today. We are 4 gifts into the giveaway. It is snazzy. We had 3 books that a lovely Chris Mettings, if he shows up, and if he doesn't, if you're watching it, thanks again for the donation. We appreciate it. Thank yous appreciate it. For those who are new into the stream, we raised $195 for thank yous last year, and we're hoping for more this year once I start planning it. Let's see. Ariel. On to the last one. We have this bad boy, but so long. I'm butchering names today. Words. What are they? I don't know. But yeah, this is the last kit we're gonna be giving away. Hopefully next year I can have something a little snazzier. All of these will be receiving decals and stickers and stuff from me. So any of the Pride Haros and whatnot will be sent out with them. Yeah. Let's see. Who is the last winner? Because we had 5 prizes and there are 10 individuals who participated. And it goes to Alicia. Alicia is a wonderful individual on Twitter. I can't quite remember if she has an Instagram, but you can check her out on Twitter. Let me pull up her handle. Let's see. She did not have a Twitter. I must have been mistaken. But congrats, Alicia. You won yourself a snazzy HC. I will be reaching out to the winners and sending out emails tonight and tomorrow. If somebody doesn't claim it, we'll come back and redo some of it. So maybe there's a chance for somebody else to get a little something. But I am glad that we had a wonderful turnout for this year's Build for the Kids. Last year's, this year's, 2024 is going to be an even better year because I've ran by individuals for better organization and just timing. Red finger number 1. Yeah, you're adorable. But yeah, that's what the giveaway. It's short, sweet. This does mark my intro back into live streaming. I know it has been sparse, but for the rest of the stream, probably for another half an hour or so, we're just gonna be working on this little dude. For Grimoire, Red Beret. It's a little guy. He's just a little dude. I believe this year is going to be a better one, hopefully. Gotta do the Naruto breathe it. Full of real sass and attitude. So far this year is turning up to be a better year than last year. Just, I think, hobby-wise. Yeah, see? I'm hoping 2024 is going to be a good hobby year for a lot of individuals. Unfortunately, there are some situations on the market. You'll see me write about those this week. There are going to be follow-ups to prior blogs, but they are new information going out. So, yeah, but I think once we get past those hurdles, I think it's going to be a rock-solid year. I see a lot of people getting back into the hobby who are burned out. We've seen a lot of great work from Chris Pabs this year coming out already. Brian's been solid. And a whole bunch of other people. I was on the Japanese Gundam Twitter, early this week, and what they were putting out this week alone was phenomenal. So I'm hoping we get a strong year, great builds, great communication, strong community events. I hope IPMS gets her crap together. That way it can become more enjoyable and, judging in competitions becomes irrelevant, non-weird thing. A lot of people got bitchy about it, and I don't blame them. I had a good time at my IPMS event that I went to, but there was points where, the judges weren't too familiar with Gundam. They were a little familiar, but, they had to Google a lot of things, or they had to ask a lot of questions, which, again, isn't a bad thing. But I think when you have Gundam in an event, you should have people that know just a little more about it. That way they can fairly judge the competition. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't really do competitions too often. I think I've done 4 in the past 5 or 6 years. But I'm hoping it smooths out and we get a nice year. A rejuvenation, if you must. Even you, Manny. Yep. Manny's killing it. Everybody's killing it this year. I have been working on these cool custom Pokeballs. And I've been kind of experimenting a little that I really want to transfer onto a Gundam at some point. So we all know how much I love Mod Podge. It is my favorite thing in the world. I've gone through so much of it, and I'm still hoping that Mod Podge one day decides to sponsor me. But I've been experimenting. Now these are Pokeball tins that you can get for... They should be around $12. Reasonable, right? But again, depending on who you buy it from, they might be 16, might be 18. But you get free booster packs. Because side note, I've also been collecting Pokemon again and playing. The online TCG player, while faulty at times, is very fun. But I've been decorating these because there's nothing I love more than gooping on a build and customizing. I have received reports from a one named Matt. Everybody say hi to Matt in the comments. That the ones we got from CVS were $25. I'm terrible at price remember. But it was $25. I know sometimes on Black Friday sales, my Target had these for like 2 for $20 or whatever. But they come with free booster packs and a coin or a sticker. They made the Pokemon coins really jumbo because choking hazard. I am right about the price though, so okay, thank you, Matt. But for a blank spear, and we all know how much I love spears. There's something about them. I love my Haros. I love my 1-to-1 scale Haros. I'm hoping one day somebody commissions me a 1-to-1 scale Haro. Like, it would be just the pinnacle of perfection. Because I still got the second one I have to finish. I have to add in the disco ball and stuff. But getting back to the main point. I've been thinking about customizing these. And I've even started a bit. I have 2 over there that I'm painting just with normal paint. Nothing funk. Nothing strange. But I have been experimenting a little with using wood glue instead of Mod Podge. Because as much as I like Mod Podge, sometimes it's not as durable as I'd like it to be. Like, you might see me working on a spiky Haro and stuff, but if I drop back, I'm breaking off spikes. I'm breaking off the bumps, the lumps, the goo. So I've been going around using wood glue, and it seems to give a firmer, harder result, while also being not super viscous. It's very thick. It allows to make like really good droplets, lines. So I don't know how well that can be seen, but I've been going over this one. I did kind of a spider web grid, not really. And each grid kind of rotates between a web, some dots, lines, squiggles, a little island of sorts. I let some of the wood glue dry out a little before I put it on, so I get like this bumpy, crusty feel to it. And back the energy I want to bring into 2024. The experimentation, it's the hype, it's the motivation. Because I haven't built a lot last year. I did not build as much as I significantly do. I think last year I only did 8 Haros and a few bear guys and a nightingale. Those numbers. We need to bump those numbers. We need the portfolios and the stocks to be higher. And that's what I'm hoping for this year. Howdy, Ty. How goes it? I'm glad you can join us. I'm glad that we have a few more people joining us. For those of you who missed it, we did some lovely giveaways earlier in the stream for I St. Jude's Build for the Kids 2023. A little delayed, but we finally got to it. The internet was weird for a second. Like perfect picks for those who want to polish up your cockpit. And 2 books on scratch building. And modeling armor. It's snazzy. And we also have 2 little HG kits that we've given away, and I'll be reaching out to the winners and whatnot. Been a day, glad to be home. I'm lucky today was my day off because my job is slowly bringing me to insanity. Just a little each day. Because I work security and damn, it'd be rough. But I'm glad you're here, Ty. We're talking about one of my favorite things, balls. This is another one that I did with wood glue. It's a plain Premier ball. Premier? I think it's Premier. Instead of the Mod Podge, I use the wood glue, and honestly, minus that little small one that just fell off, these hold up a lot better than the Mod Podge when dried. Unfortunately, they do get a very questionable yellow color. Very questionable yellow. But I think the strength holds up for the questionableness. It's just cool texture. I'm just waiting for it to warm up a little so I can start breaking out the rattle cans again, because it is a tad bit too chilly out this time of the year. I think it's about 30 degrees right now, 20. It's cold. It's way too cold. But we have a month and so until spring, and then we get the warmth. I'm honestly thinking about maybe doing the bottom and spikes. I don't know if I just want to leave it at the top or if I want to carry it down. I might get a second and do both sides and just leave this one as per normal Pokeball. But these have been really fun to do experimentations with. I know that I've been playing around with some bear guys as well. I did one with a marbling technique. Let me pull up the marbling product because I blank on the name. Like a lacquer paint. Called Marabou Easy Marble. It's very not tricky, but it has its stubbornness. I found that it doesn't work quite well with cold water as it does with warmer water, kind of like a water decal. I haven't quite played around with temperature dynamics. So what you do, it's like a lacquer paint, and you just drop drops of it on the water, and you slowly dip in the piece. And my problem with that has been when I dip it in, it's almost too firm, too not thick, but like cured a little. That when I pull it up, I get this texture. And while I do love texture at times, I don't want to soup a lot, especially when I want something smooth. It's Buildforthekids2023, but I've been trying to get to. And it's difficult. But I think I might bye now. I think I might try experimenting with maybe using enamel paints. Might not be testers, but I think I might go back to Gaia Notes and try it. Because I know there's a way you can do with that. But if not, I'm going to see what else I can find on the market, because I've tried rattle cans. I've tried that marbling stuff. Some of this craft stuff gets wildly expensive. Like the one that I use for the bear guys. It's about tiny little jar about this. But it's like $9. Like, I want to spend $40 to buy 5 jars. That's a little asinine when I can spend $3 and get a rattle can at Walmart. But I don't know. It's part of the experimentation process, I guess. You get something cheap, you get something done. But I want to kind of get back into the groove of experimenting, because I think when I stopped last year, back where I lost a lot of my momentum and drive to build, one of the reasons I like SPF sticks. Decent price for 2 ounces of airbrush paint. Like, don't get me wrong. I know that buying expensive paint has its benefits. But I can buy a tube of paint from Michaels, their brand, for $2 or $3 with only a slight differ from the Liquitex brand. And this coming from somebody who is a Liquitex diehard. I love my Liquitex, but for some things from that brand, I refuse to buy. Like, I think for their texture paint is outrageously priced. You can go to Jeffrey Arts online. It's a really cool company, and you can buy a big tube of it. Like, oh, it comes in like a tube, just a plastic baggy tube, for $16, and it's twice the amount that you can get for Liquitex. And I prefer it thicker. The covers are vibrant, and I get a better sort of paste when I use it. Because I've tried like using frosting pipes for both, and I just think it holds up better than Liquitex. But yeah, Sean, I do love the Liquitex inks. They are amazing. along with some of the calligraphy ones. I'm blanking on the brand that I also have. But it's just things like that. I'm on the hunt for what else I can glue onto a Haro today. Maybe I'll take some of the nubs from my sprue glue jar and put them on a Haro and kind of make like this dry brush Haro. Because I've tried making the little dry brush palettes, because I don't want something huge. You know, you see people who make dry brush palettes, and they're like in these baking tins or trays, and that's just like too big for my need. So I'm trying to make small, little, more convenient portable ones for smaller spaces. So maybe gluing some of those onto a Haro for dry brushing. The sprue glue. How many times can I say? Sprue glue on a Haro itself, which is just these melted down with acetone, I think. And then you get like this paste. Very pasty. And you can just smear it on. And it holds up particularly well. There's a hobby YouTuber, Spluge, Vagu, because I'm blanking on his name, but he does a bunch of videos where he makes like a Papa Nurgle out of sprue, and it's neat. And I think that's a way that we can cut down on hobby waste. Because I think about these things, I'm a huge nature fan, I love nature. I try and do my damn to cut down my waste output. So I'll reuse things, I'll glue them on, and it just, I think the Spluge is a way of doing that. Because a lot of recycling plants can't recycle the plastic from Gundam kits and whatnot. Only specific plants that specialize in it do. And there's not a lot of them around me. And of course, a lot of us don't have access to the Bandai recycling program. So I think that's a bigger stride for my 2024 is to reduce what because I like my Nightingales, but there's like 38 million sprues to that. A lot of plastic that's not going to be recycled. I can just clip it all up and toss it in a jar. There's got to be ways we can use it. I wish I knew somebody who did injection molding, like the craftsman, who just has the injection mold machine, then I just ship it off to him. Not that I think you could do that. Could you do that? But yeah, just going over 2024 ways to revitalize the hobby a little, because a lot of us got very bitter in 2023. There's a lot of drama. But, yeah. Maybe it's ways we can work on the community. Let's see. What other goals do I have? Buildforthekids2024. I'm not sure if I'm going to start that this spring or if I'm going to move that toward more of a summer. That way there's more availability to people who have like kids they can and all that. They don't have to manage working kids or whatnot. That makes sense. More time. Better advertising it. more streams. And then it's just like working on the blog. Some of you know I run a little hobby blog, Creeping Fair Scale Models. You look right here. You type that into a search bar and you pull up the website. Boom. It got 3 years of me writing articles. And it's pretty snazzy. I got some dope projects with people coming out. Me and Uncle Ricky have something coming out. Me and Lauren from Gunpla 101 have something cooking. And it's just that time of the year. We're making waves. What are you cooking for dinner, Ty? And did you bring it up to share with the class? Because I haven't had dinner yet. Unless you count this Carlson Orchard hard cider as dinner. It isn't. I like the confessions thing you got going on IG. It's really getting people to interact. That's what I enjoy. You don't see a lot of interaction unless it's in like Discords. And even then, it's bare face, bare minimum. It's not substantial, it's not emotional, I want to say. That's the word I want to go to. But this gets people talking, it gets people respectfully disagreeing. And I put emphasis on respectfully because I have no problem banning people for rude about interactions. Like, if you can't politely debate on the confessions or politely comment on the confessions, you're getting the boot. That qualms. We're all adults. Chicken and pasta with Alfredo sauce, and not bottled Alfredo sauce either. That's some good shit. I love Alfredo sauce. I had pasta last night, but I have gluten-free pasta because I have celiac. And it's not as good as normal pasta. I miss normal pasta. I miss bread. But getting back to the confessions, I think it's a real good way of allowing people to vent in a way where they're not going to be judged. Because like I was telling Manny earlier, if they want to just vent and put, hey, don't publish this, I won't. Because sometimes we just need a space to vent and not have anybody be there, if that makes sense. Like, sometimes I just want to vent, and I don't want people to give me the answer to my vents or come up with a solution. Like, say if my work is difficult, I don't like what I do. Security is difficult at times, especially this year. I've been insulted 1,000,001 times. So when I come home and I want to vent about work, I don't want to sometimes I just don't want people to be like, hey, have you tried doing this? Or, hey, have you tried doing that? I just want people to listen and just absorb, because I just need to get it out of my system. And that's what I want people to get from this hobby confession. I want them to be able to vent. I want them to be able to confess some silly things, like the person who wanted to hunt dilfs at IPMS Richmond. Okay, if you want to go after somebody's granddad and pipe them down, you go for it. I'm not going to judge. Actually, I want an update on that. If anybody knows who that guy is, or girl, or whatever, I want an update. Did you get your dilf or gilf? put it in the bag, get in the will, have a good time. But do it safely. Be responsible. But I think like that. Like, yeah, if you want to tell me you wrote a Char X insert fanfiction, I'm okay. I'm not gonna judge. I wrote fanfiction. It's terrible. It's still on fanfiction.net and it haunts me every day. Because it is the worst thing I've ever written. It's terrible. Or if you you're a Homestuck fan and you're still into it despite controversies. It offers a place. And even to talk about more serious issues, have you experienced sexism in the hobby, racism, I probably should put a little bit of a content warning on this later on, but the individual who was unfortunately assaulted as a child by a hobby store owner. I did not know how to respond to that one when I got it and I read it because I was at work and I was like, oh my. I don't want to post it to the main feed because I don't want to re-traumatize people. But I am happy that they were able to vent to me about it. Because they said they were working with a therapist to get back into the hobby. And that's phenomenal. That's wonderful. I love that for him. So I want these spaces to be open. I want them to exist. Because sometimes we have a fear of calling out people or saying something happened to me because victim blaming is a thing. It's an incredibly difficult thing. You have people who are assaulted every day who get victim blamed. Like, oh, he was wearing that, he was wearing that. And they can't bring it up because shit's whack. So I think this offers that in a very healthy package that is somewhat moderated by me. I try to avoid ones that call out singular people, name calling, because I don't want this to turn into a bully manifesto, burn book, Mean Girls. And I also don't want too non-safe for work or too sensitive a topic. I'll put the IPMS guy down because that's hilarious, and I hope that they get what they're looking for. But I'm also not going to put the Anon confession that came into me about a guy and his interactions with some of his anime statues. I'm gonna try not to judge, but that's not going on my feed. If you want a waifu character down, you go for it, but I'm not posting that on my main feed. If anybody has been on Reddit history and you remember the shoebox under the bed or the rotting coconut story, it's much like that. But it offers a way and it opens up communication. Like the communication we've had about IPMS. I'll pull up some that I specifically really like. But one about getting caught up in internet lights. Clout chasing. Social media addiction. Boomers. Are they good? Are they bad? Find out tomorrow. But it's good. It's great. And I love that I can offer that. Some people aren't happy about it, but hey, it happens. You can't please everyone. We are at number 41. And I have over 120. So I plan on keeping this going for as long as it keeps marching on for. And it's great. I dig it. Fully dig it. The shoebox is straight horror, Ty, you are right. That has burned so many memories into my skull. I joined Reddit as a youth. Like, I'm 24 and I think I've just had my 10th, 11th anniversary on Reddit. So I've been on there for a good amount of stuff. So I remember it all, and that's the only thing I can really compare the submission that I got into. It's great. But, as I mentioned earlier, I don't get names for this anon. It is completely anonymous. I don't know who the hell posts this. All I get is the submission text box, what they type up, and the time it was submitted in. Because it all goes on a Google form, and I can just go through and mark off. So I don't got any fucking idea who posts this shit. And I like it that way because it lowers the chance of having a bias on what I decide to post and the people who post it. Not to sound weird. It's actually weird. I don't think it is. But you can find it by going into the website creepingforescalemodels.com, where I post them in increments of 15. So on Saturday, I should have the next batch of 15 up. So 30 through 45. And then so on. I'll always have a link there. Or if you go to my Instagram, Creeping Forescale Models on Instagram, you can find the link there. It's very easy to find. So easy, a caveman can do it. And yeah, I think that's where we're gonna wrap up this live stream for tonight. Just because I'm a little hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. I wanted this to kind of filter into slowly introducing me back into live streaming. I hope the audio was okay. I hope the visual okay. The visual now, the quality seems a lot better than when I was in my old space. Just because I don't think I had that purple background just absorbing the light. This is a very neutral space. I'm actually in like a little book cubby area, as you can see my partner's expansive One Piece collection. I have some books up there too, but they're on the bottom. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good night. I hope if the weather's bad, drive safe. Don't get mauled by a bear. Be safe. Use protection. And I shall see you all on the next stream.